right now, so we'll get it started.
So we better behave.
Behave. All right, everybody, welcome. This is Armando Duran here with John and Jess Hines. How you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Hey, everybody.
Excellent. Welcome to another session of MBG TV. We got a really cool subject today. We're going to be talking about the workout labeled Monkey Bar Gym 15 workout. It's an amazing workout. How to get leaner, stronger, and more confident in less time. We did an ebook for you guys. We'll be giving that to you guys at the end of the webinar, so stick around for that. And it's going to be awesome. It's a really cool story, a lot of cool tips. I'm looking forward to getting into that. Let me do a few announcements before we get started here. I want to give you guys a heads up. We do have the base certification course on March 19th, 2016 in Madison. It is John and Jess's secret sauce of active alignment and healing the body. So make sure you email Jessica at monkeybargym.com. And we'll be having a link to show you more information too. So I'll send that link out tonight after we get closed up. We also got the CMT in April on the 22nd through the 24th in Madison. Now this is, they've been doing this for over 10, how long, 12 years now, 15 years?
12 years.
12 years. This is right here is a game changer. I mean, this is the truth about how to get strong and how to get lean and all that stuff. And I've been to one of their courses. To see John and Jess work, it's amazing. They could literally see you from across their studio and see what's misaligned and how to correct your form. It's really awesome. So email Jessica for more information. They do have early bird specials going on. So the faster you get on board, the more money you'll save. So her email is jessica at monkeybargym.com. And also, lastly, the last announcement here is the online fitness program. Now, we've been getting a lot of emails. A lot of people are saying, hey, listen, I missed out on the promotion. Is there any way I could get the $19.99? John, Jess, and I, we agreed to extend it for one more month for the month of February, okay? Because we've been getting so many people just hitting us up, saying, hey, listen, I want to get that good deal. I want to be able to get, lean, strong virtually and experience Monkey Bar Gym from where they're at, because there's a lot of people out there that don't have a Monkey Bar Gym studio in their city. So that's a really good way to have access to John and Jess, and they get into the private Facebook group. We have emails every single day, post mobile-friendly videos you can watch and PDFs you can download. So we do have a website for that. Email me, Armando at monkeybargym.com, and I'll shoot out email blasts to that link too as well, so you guys don't have to, worry about that. But there you go. That's about it. So let's, just a heads up for the folks who are jumping on right now. We got a lot of people on live. If you guys want to ask a question in real time, again, if you scroll down where it says Q&A, you could click on that or click on chat, whatever you like. Some people say that button's on the top of their screen. Mine's at the bottom. So if you guys see it, click on it, ask a question. We want this a real-time dialogue. But let's go ahead and jump into the subject here of the Monkey Bar Gym MBG 1515 workout. So how'd you come, there's an article that you wrote a while back. How'd you come up with that idea, with that philosophy, John?
Made up the 1515 because when I first opened the Monkey Bar Gym in January 2000, I was basically just doing my own workouts, and I had everybody joining me on my own workouts every day. And then I was always just trying to inspire people through various ways to get stronger and perform at higher levels. And it wasn't soon after that I think it was Katrina that hit, and we wanted to do something to raise money for it. And so I thought of, well, how about 1,000 push-up workout? And because that's what Jack LaLanne did. He did 1,000 push-ups one time in 23 minutes.
Damn.
And I thought, wow, that would be badass to be able to do that in 60 minutes. So that was the goal. We got a whole bunch of people signed up and committed to doing it. And we all went for it at noon at the Monkey Bar Gym one day. And but before we did that and just randomly went for it, I was really thinking and prepping myself for this, because I'm very intense in my training, and I didn't want to just do it in 60 minutes. I wanted to go for as fast as time as possible. Now I know Jack LaLanne did it in 23 minutes, and he was a little guy, but he was in ridiculous shape. So I thought to myself, man, if I could do this workout in 40 minutes, that would be badass.
Yeah.
And so, but I still had to think, how did he do this? How did he rest and hit this and do this so fast? So I kept messing with work to rest ratios. And 30 seconds of work and 30 seconds of rest was too long. And you couldn't recover to repeat the same amount of rep scheme. So I came upon 15-15. And that's how the 15-15 workout came about. And that day that we did the 15-15 for the whole hour, and I got done in 40 minutes. I was doing 25 reps a minute. And that was a pretty intense workout. We had a couple other people. We had 3 other members at the gym get it done in 60 minutes. Wow. And that was an amazing experience. And it raised some money for Katrina, and we all got a great workout from it. And I learned a great lesson on training for some big event like that, but also in a great work to rest ratio that you can apply to anything. So at first I just did push-ups, but then after that I started mixing push-ups and pull-ups. And then I started mixing other exercises into it. You can do jumping into it. Then we started using kettlebells in 2001. And so I started doing cleans and presses and then swings and front squats. And I figured out upon a regime for 10 minutes doing 15-15 with the clean and press. Figured if men use 24s and women use 16Ks, that a good goal number, if you want to be considered really high level, would be to get 100 reps. You would have to do sets of 5, rest 15 seconds, then another set of 5, rest 15 seconds, and repeat that for the 10 minutes. It's extremely hard to do that. And we've had about, I think, 15 people in the last 13 years achieve that.
Wow.
It's extremely challenging.
Yeah.
And so,
if memory serves me right, I'm starting to think that you may have created this way earlier, because it wasn't Katrina. I remember writing down. It was freezing cold outside when you and me and a couple other trainers did it on our own. And I feel like that was like the end of 2000. And then you just started really developing it and bringing it into the classroom in 2001. So I actually think you developed it earlier. But I can't remember exactly what the cause was.
Until May 2001.
Okay, well let's just keep going then.
We're about to see a doctor. We're about to see it. We're gonna have a Dr. Phil's moment right about now. So John, how's that working out for you, John?
See how they manipulate the dates and stuff like that?
I've known 15 years.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So for people who are joining, because there's people on the webinar that are really new to you, John, and don't understand what 15-15 is, can you explain how that works a little bit, like the science behind it?
15 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. 15 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. That completes 1 minute. You repeat that for 10 minutes. I did that for 40 minutes. I would do 13 reps of push-ups 1 set, then I'd rest, and then I did 12 reps the second set in that first minute. That's 25 a minute. I kept that pace up for 40 minutes, and that's how I got 1,000 push-ups done in 40 minutes.
Dang.
Jack LaLanne, I was figuring, was doing way higher volume, but a similar time scheme. He might have done 10-10. He might have done 15-15. That's what I'm guessing, but that's what I came upon. And then when we started mixing it into other things, I started realizing, I was doing higher reps during that 15 seconds on push-ups. That's a lot of high endurance work. When we started doing the 15-15 for cleans and presses, we were doing sets of 5. That's a lot of power, but it's also endurance. So it's a mix. The beauty of the 15-15 is you can do it. I could do sets of 1. We could do sets of 1. Like I've done it with the 40Ks for sets of 1. And that worked great. The metabolic work is low, but the power and the amount of volume that you get done, even doing sets of 1, is really great for 10 minutes. I got 20 reps in with a weight that is hard for me to do, was hard for me to do, sets of 2 with, but I could do sets of 1 with it. And I got 20 reps done in 10 minutes. So that the whole point of that is that you can do power with low conditioning. You can do, you know, strength or power mixed with endurance, maybe sets of 5 or 6, and get higher levels of conditioning. Or you can do high reps, higher levels of conditioning. So the 15-15 can go all over the place as far as what you want out of it. The beauty of it is you get great amount of work done in a very short amount of time. So if you're busy, like you are, Armando, I know you're super busy. You don't have a lot of time. You want to get a full body workout in a short amount of time and get conditioning as well. Yeah. Perfect call for you.
Yeah.
So that's how I came up with it, and that's why I love it so much. We actually just did it today as well, because you can do it body weight, you can do it kettlebells, you can do it sandbag, you can do it with anything. We did one with a TNT cable, TNT cable that was just a sick 15-15.
Wow.
Also, the thing I like about it, especially when you're doing something that's like doesn't involve a lot of power, like cleans or snatches or something like that, you could just start. I mean, your warm up, it doesn't have to be intense or anything to start. There's times when I do 15-15 and I'm doing push-ups and pull-ups, and I just start the clock. Let's go. So I mean, that even breaks it down to really being a true 10-minute workout.
Yeah. That 15-15 for me, because I'm like you said, John, I'm super busy, and that all I have is about 10 minutes to make it happen. I go to the park. I do 4 workouts: pull-ups, dips, body rows, and plyo lunges. I don't use any equipment, and I feel amazing afterwards. Like my thinking ability, I have energy. And really, it kind of eliminates I think, what do you think about it? It eliminates the excuse, I don't have time. You got 10 minutes in a day. 10 minutes is less than 1% of your day. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. That's less than 1% of your day.
And
that's what I love about it.
FYI, for all you guys out there, Armando works like 60 hours a week. He has 4 kids. He's married. He's got the ridiculously busy lifestyle. And your stepmom lives with you too, right?
Yeah, so more like 5 kids, including my mother-in-law.
Yeah, that's like 6.5 or 7 kids.
Burn.
Anyway, so but I mean, your time is extremely limited. It's and he still gets a 10-minute workout in, full body, and he gets a conditioning benefit as well. And then the beauty of this is, it's very progressive. You can easily track your rep scheme for the workout and incrementally improve it over time and get incredible benefits. One of my best friends that's all he did, and I started him really slow with it after he was in the hospital, and he contacted me on how to get started on a program, and I started him with he always did body weight, and I just started him with some real simple push-ups and pulls, and like you're doing, started like V-ups and some type of other leg movement maybe. This guy took that, got healthy, then started getting really strong, became a personal trainer, and influenced thousands of people all over the Chicagoland. His name is Delano Hoffman, and he was a great friend of ours, and sadly he passed, but he was a really amazing guy, and he loved the 15-15 workout and bodyweight training. And you want to talk about somebody that had a incredible build and a great heart and ethic about him. That was that Castellano, and he only loved to do the 15-15 and bodyweight, and he reaped incredible rewards from it.
Yeah.
And sadly, he had a heart transplant when he was a young man, and and he couldn't get another. He was on the waiting list, and he couldn't get another heart in time. About 11 years later, and sadly he passed.
Dang.
It's really, really sad story. He was a really, really great guy.
Yeah, but that changed his life. That 15-15 workout got the ball rolling. it created momentum for him. That's the key.
No doubt.
He was so
completely
strong.
changed his life.
Yeah, he was so strong. It was like almost unusual how strong he was.
Yeah, and the doctors are always amazed that he had lived that long with the same heart that he got a transplant from.
Wow.
11 or 12, long. It was a lot longer than that. It was like 17 years or something like that.
Wow. That's
what an ambassador for health he was.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure.
He loved the 15-15 workout. Without question, his favorite workout, and it was just a simple one that I made up for him. He reached out to me after he had his heart surgery and asked me to make up a workout for him. I didn't know him at all, but when he told me his story, I just said, I'm just going to help this dude. He sounds like a really cool guy. And I wrote up a program for him. Didn't know him at all.
Wow. Wow.
Because of it.
Random acts of kindness. But look what you did. That's an amazing. It's like the analogy you used in that YouTube video, the pebble in a lake, you know, that ripple effect. And look how many people he influenced through that one workout program you wrote up for him. It's just that ripple effect, you know. Throw a boulder into the lake. I remember that. It's funny because I always go back to that video of you with the power and impact of what you want to accomplish. We're not just about looking good and feeling good. We want to help people and planet. And I love that message. And that's an amazing story. Thanks for sharing. So one of the things I was surprised with the 15-15 workout, because I thought it was just more conditioning. So you could go and make it to a strength level if you wanted to, like saying 1 rep. I didn't know that. That's amazing. So that's cool to know.
Actually, it can go it can go from pure power to pure stamina training. You can do it for, you can do heavy clean and press for singles, like we like to do sometimes. All the way up to Jesse did 8 kettlebell snatches every 15 seconds of that workout. So 8 one hand rest, 8 the other hand rest in 1 minute. So she was doing 16 reps a minute. She kept that up for 40 minutes with the 60.
Wow.
So that's really high level conditioning level. She was, her and one other woman from the Monkey Bar Gym, they were the first women in the United States to do this kettlebell snatch workout for 40 minutes. When guys had bragged online that they did it with a 16K for 40 minutes. And I said, man, Jesse and Casey can do that. And they went and they did it. And then we posted it, and we didn't hear a peep from any of these other guys.
Stopped and died after we did that.
It was really funny, but it went to show,
really,
I mean.
The guys should be using 24
Yeah,
days.
Guys can use 24 on that one. But that workout, when in 2001 or 2, when we went to do the Russian kettlebell cert, I told them, man, you want to have a great workout, guys, do this 15-15 style. We do it for cleans and presses and snatches and everything, body weight stuff, everything. And they were sort of like, yeah, whatever. And then one of the guys must have told this other guy who was a researcher at the University of Sweden. He took the 15-15 workout, started to do research on it, and took it up to a 40-minute workout with the snatches and found that it was the #1 workout that you could do to improve VO2 max.
And what is that? I heard that before.
Yeah, it's your volume of your oxygen consumption. And people that have higher VO2 maxes have more of an ability to push the limits, like in stamina type events. Lance Armstrong, Tour de France bikers that are really high level, they have a really high VO2 max. Guys that are sprinters necessarily will not have a high VO2 max. This is more of a stamina-based thing. But what this test showed was power, VO2 max combined. That this workout was the #1 way to improve that. And for what we do, we're all over that. We love that, and that's why I suggested to them, check this out.
Yeah.
Because it gives such improvement in strength, just simply moving from point A to point B, maybe a push-up, a squat, things like that. Power, which is moving from point A to point B as fast as possible. Stamina as well. It does all of the above, from easy levels to extremely high levels in one workout. There is almost no other workout that has that flexibility to take somebody and incrementally develop incredibly high levels of strength, power, stamina.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a cool, man. I didn't know about that research with the Sweden guy.
Validated by a university.
Yeah, that did validate that. That's amazing. Really quick for the people on the webinar, if you guys have any questions, feel free to click on the link below or where it says Q&A or chat. Mine's at the bottom. Some people said theirs at the top. If you guys want to ask a question while we're talking, you're more than welcome. We want this a dialogue, a conversation. We want you guys involved. So please feel free. I do got a list of questions and subjects you guys submitted, so we'll be going through that in a little bit. But I have a question. So what kind of 15-15 workout did you guys do? Like what kind of exercise did you do?
Well,
I do various ones. For my training, I'll do a 15-15 of dips and pull-ups. And then the next time I do it, I'll do push-ups and body rows. And then I'll also do cleans and presses. So kettlebell cleans and presses. I'm just kind of all over the place with it, but it's basically the only one that I do for right now. Because
what she wants and what we want for her is like, she's getting ready for 2-minute rounds with a 30-second rest. We want intensity during those 2-minute rounds. We want her to have the ability for power and endurance during that time. Mm-hmm. So what we did today, we actually did the clean and press part together. We went for 2 minutes of 15-15 work, rested 30 seconds, and we repeated that for 3 rounds, like she might fight. I doubt it. It's her fight. She's going to finish it
I really feel sorry for the guy or the lady that's going to be boxing. In fact, you probably should bring a guy in and he'll have a hard time still. Man, I'm telling you, that head, man, I'm telling you, I think her head is going to get knocked off her shoulders. Like, seriously. I mean, it's going to be the headless boxer.
I'm just starting off, so, you know, we've got headgear on and stuff like that. So I feel pretty okay with this whole situation. I feel all right. Like, I'm not going to get up too much.
Either way, it's going to be whatever, an experience and then finding out what she's all about.
Yeah.
And doing something that she's been wanting to do basically since she was a teenager.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
But with the training, you know, because we kind of sat down and we went through, you know, what we needed to do for the training, and the 15-15 was what we had to put in there. And I had to do that on every day that, you know, every other day that I'm not really sparring with Johnny. So it's and in every single one, I started off nice and easy. Like I might have done maybe, 4 push-ups, every 15 seconds and 2 pull-ups. And I've increased that every single time. So now, it's definitely more endurance, and I'm building that strength. Like you were talking about, strength, endurance, it's that combination. And then when we have the kettlebell clean and press, that's our power endurance. We started off with low reps. So we're going to continue to bump those reps up, and we might even continue to go for more rounds.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you can have so much fun with the 15-15. You can do whatever. It's a great workout.
It is. I like it. Let's see here. Now, what I wanted to do is kind of show, if I could do a screen share of our online fitness program, because this is a great workout. At the end of this webinar, we're going to shoot out an email. Anybody online, and plus for the people who are replaying, we're going to have a link of an ebook that John and Jess created called Monkey Bar Gym 15-15 Workout. Get leaner, stronger, more confident in less time. That ebook will have details of how they do it and the story behind it, and they'll have hyperlinks of videos of them doing it in the past, like Lifeline and some other videos too as well. And you'll have that tool with you, and you could come up with your own workouts too. And we'd love for you guys to share it. If you guys are on the online fitness program, share it within our group. It's a great way to get a quick workout if you don't have time to do the entire workout that they provide. Or if you're not an online fitness member, join, because we are going to be raising the prices next month. People have been asking us like crazy, can we get that $19.99 back? So I'll send you that email. And it's a great way to get a workout in. Let me do a screen share here for the people who are not online fitness members and kind of show you how all this stuff works. Alrighty, so let's see here. Give me 1 second. Now, don't make fun of my desktop. It is messy. John always likes to say something about it.
What are you talking about? Never crack on you.
Let's see, screen share. Boom. All right, cool. So let me show you how this works, guys. This is an amazing program because we have this private Facebook group, tons of engagement. We got over 117 people in there from all over the world, from Norway, Australia. We got people from SoCal. You got people from New York, Canada, 2 people from Canada. One guy that was a part of our online fitness member group started his own monkey bar gym in Canada, right? What's his name? Simon?
Simon Young, yeah.
Yeah, Simon Young. So every day we do a post. I do the post every single day. We have it pinned on top of this private Facebook group. Now, for the folks who don't like Facebook, that's fine. There's people who are online fitness members that hate Facebook and they want to get an email. I'll show you how that works too as well. So let me show you how this works. We got the pin like right here. When you click on this, you click on this link right here. This link will take you to another tab and it'll go into detail how the workouts is, written by John Hines here. When you get this PDF, again, you could do this on your phone. This is why I love this program, because on the phone, it's all mobile friendly. I could literally take my smartphone and take a look at this PDF, and you can download it. And we have it written out right here. And this is the link you want to click on. When you click on this link, it'll open up another window, and it'll show John and Jesh teaching you how to do the workouts. And every single workout we get a base cycle workout with it too. This is their bread and butter. You got John teaching a class here. You click on this link, you get a base workout. Just listen to his cues. If you're going to use your cell phone, that's what I do. It works amazing. You feel amazing afterwards. And at the bottom of it, we have a 10% off for all the Lifeline products. If you click on these links, if you need more equipment, you're more than welcome to click on that. Let me show you how these emails look like. I mean, let's show the engagement here. He's from Norway. That's pretty awesome. Rep your hood. Look how many people are in here, right here. We got people from all over the country and world. Louisiana, Ohio. Hey, that's your mom. Jinder just joined from Washington. Washington, Norway. We got Oakland in the house. Oaktown. That's gangsta. Let's see here. Chi-Town. Jay. We got Canada. Canadian bacon, eh? Let's see here. White Mountain, New Hampshire. We got India. So we got people all over the world. We want you guys to join us. Get the $19.99 workout on the price. And let me show you the actual workout, the way it looks like here when you get it in the email. Let's see. That's the 15. Let's see. Hold on a second. Boom, boom, boom. Now, because again, people don't like Facebook, but we get in the email. And right now we're creating a website to host all of our content here. So that's going to be coming up the pipeline pretty soon. Where is one of my workouts? Sorry, I get sent to, oh, here we go. Here's one. So on the subject line, it's MBG Online Training. And it's always going to be titled this because you know what? I don't know about you guys. I get tons of emails every single day. You could just copy, paste it, hit search, and you'll get all the workouts for the entire, how long you've been on. You click on this link, you'll get the PDF and video. You have Sean McCormick, or the lead trainer that works side by side with John, if you have any questions about the workouts, and you get different announcements too as well. So that's what's going on right now. I just want to do a quick screen share on that. Was that pretty cool, Jess, or what?
Yeah, it was.
All right, cool.
Let me ask you a question about your 15-15. So,
oh, God.
So are those the 4 exercises that you routinely do all the time?
I do, because you know why? I hate thinking about different workouts, and you know how busy I am. So, but if you want to coach me on that, I would love some coaching.
I mean, those are fine. Those are fine. We could probably put a little more balance into them.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if you count your reps. That's one thing that is with the 15-15. You don't just want to coast. So if you're still doing those jump lunges, switch jump lunges, and
we're talking about Armando here.
That's messed up.
It was messed up.
I'm out.
Good
luck, guys.
She's striking it. Counting your reps, you're like, oh, frick, I've been exposed.
Oh, man.
No, that's the point. So the next time you do your 15-15, count how many reps you get done in 15 seconds. Normally, you want to kind of get them done more like 13 seconds, so you have just a little bit of time to rest, because that's going to get slower and slower as you go.
Yeah.
So count how many you do, and then the next week, jump up if you can. And if you can't, then there's a point where, okay, I'm going to have to either add more load and then start off slower, you know, with less reps. So there's a serious kind of like art form to it, but let's figure out how many reps you're getting in there, and then you know, we'll be able to modify stuff from there.
Okay, let me ask you a question about recording then. So during the 15 break, like I do my 15 thing and then I rest for 15 seconds, that's when I write down the number.
Write it down.
I noticed when I went to go visit you guys in Madison, even on your like off days when you guys just doing a workout just to stay active, you still wrote down your numbers. You guys always do that every time?
I have notebooks going back a long ways because that stuff motivates like crazy to know that like 10 years ago, I did this 15-15 at this pace and stuff like that. And that, wow, I'm still matching that, or I can improve it and stuff like that. Whereas most people, if they don't record, they don't know. You don't, and people, what happens in life is, you know, you just sort of plod along in life. And the next thing you know, you're like, ah, damn, I'm 20 pounds overweight or this and that. And people don't even really pay attention to things like that. Now, we're not saying that you must record your workouts, because Armando, you are a good example of this. Actually, you do work around 60 hours a week. You got a lot of people living at your house too. You got a lot of stress, my friend.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you got a family. I mean,
well, I'm not going to call my kids people. Who are these people? They like to live under my roof and eat this thing called food.
Shut up. I met, you got a lot of people living in.
Hey, I'm gonna look at my son. Hey, how you doing, people?
Yeah. I don't mean it like that.
All right, go ahead now. I'm just getting get backs on you since you
have a large family, a lot of stress. You know, for a lot of people that have a lot of stress in their life, you don't want to stress more by saying, "Oh my God, I got to improve today on my workout."
Yes.
So if you're really stressed and stuff, like what you are doing, Armando, great.
Yeah.
Just go through it. Don't count. Just enjoy it. Get a nice sweat and get out of there. And you know, that's totally okay.
Yeah.
But if you really want to improve, you know, you want to get stronger. You want to get leaner. You want to get performing higher levels. Start keeping track of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, it's all it takes is a second. Like Jesse said, maybe and a big key to doing this right is don't do any failure reps. If you just do good quality reps, then you're not going to cheat in order to beat your previous mark. So if you do good quality reps, maybe you like do 5 push-ups. You get those done in 10 seconds. So instead of working for 15 seconds and resting for 15 seconds, now you got a 20-second rest. Maybe you do 1 handstand push-up. Now you got a 27-second rest. Do you understand?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the workout can go anyway. It's up to 15 seconds of work, and then you rest for the remainder of the set, or you rest at 15 seconds if you take 15 seconds total. But the thing is, if you do failure reps, like where you're really straining to get the rep, that's not good type of training, because what it leads to is cheating in order to improve upon your reps. Now, this is something at the Monkey Bar Gym we stress all the time.
Okay.
A lot of gyms across the country really stress improve your time.
Yeah.
Improve your reps, whatever you do, improve it in the workout scheme.
Yeah.
And it's all about posting who did the best, no matter how hard or how much a person cheats. Write down if you did the best time of the day.
Yeah.
And what it leads to is a society of people cheating in order to gain significance.
Interesting.
And it's bullshit, because what we are trying to do is we are trying to build a culture of health where people can do full range of motion, but strength as well. So we look at it as like combining the two into like a culture of health strong, where health and strength are our primary concern. We want health for the full body, mind, and spirit. We want strength of the mind, body, spirit as well. And that doesn't happen by cheating on workouts in order to get significance by posting your workout that you improved. What the hell good is that? You're not fooling anybody if you do that type of stuff. So one of the things that we always stress that I learned from I learned a good cue from my boy Zeph of the Barbarians. He said, first rep should look like your last rep. And that's just your first rep should look like your last rep. If it doesn't, then stop your set. Okay? And that very thing goes back hundreds of years. If you if you pay attention to old-time strongmen, they never did failed reps unless it was a world record attempt.
Interesting.
Okay? Or, you know, so their primary concern was always the lifts should look strong and clean. Every movement that you do. Zeph, he will never do a rep where he's straining to get it. He'll drop off the bar. Even if it was somebody bet him if he could do 50 and he was at 49, he started really struggling, he'd drop off the bar because he will not do them.
I think you better tell me who Zeph is.
Zeph, by the way, Z-E-F. He's the head man of the Barbarians, which is one of the most badass body weight guys on the planet. They work out on various playgrounds in New York City, and Zeph is just off the charts badass. He's a really great friend of ours. He actually just told me today, so you guys are actually getting the first scoop on this. I don't know if I should tell him.
I know. I'm
going to tell you guys.
Okay, what is it?
Zeph's going to go for a world record pull-up at the Monkey Bar Gym within the next couple months.
What? World record pull-up at your Monkey Bar Gym in Madison?
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And Zeph is, of anybody I know that can do it, he could do it. His strength is off the charts in body weight training.
What's his last name again, John?
Well, he just goes by Zeph, Z-E-F. So if you look up Bar-Barians, you Google it, and then you look up Zeph, Z-E-F, you're going to see a ton of great videos and content from him. He's a good friend of ours, and we like to give him shout-outs all the time because he's just a good guy.
Wow.
Simple and just real honest guy, and he does good work out in New York City.
Wow. That's cool. Man, he's going to do the world. Okay, that's awesome. Make sure you videotape that. I want to see that.
He's not going for a world record. I mean, he could probably go for a world record in reps, but what he's going for is world record for weight lifted on a pull-up.
Oh, wow.
and by body weight most lifted. Percentage of body,
Okay.
Percentage of your body weight. He weighs 153 pounds, and he's going to go for over 200 pounds added to his body.
Wow. That boy is strong.
Is incredible.
Zeph is freakish on pull-ups and muscle-ups. And, I mean, he does some things that are just amazing. Like the one I saw, the God set's good. The one I saw was where he was on a bar that was like
12 inches off the ground.
12 inches off, and he did a muscle-up without touching his feet. So he goes to a lever, like the ground is like right here. So he goes to the lever, he comes back in, tucks his feet like this, and goes up into a muscle up and comes back down without ever touching the ground.
It's crazy.
I was like, what the hell?
It's crazy.
He does some amazing stuff.
Wow. I got some questions coming in right now. Kelly Moore said, how does John like the 15-15 versus Tabata or reverse Tabata intervals?
I like the 15-15 a lot more. The Tabata is a regime when HIIT training became really popular. HIIT training is high intensity interval training. HIIT training was popular when I was in college in the 80s. And Tabata and 15-15 are versions of HIIT training. But back then, there was no times that you worked and rested. You just did the work and then did another set, and then you'd go to maybe a different exercise or a different machine, and you do the volume as fast as you could. Tabata is a 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds rest. The reversed is 10 seconds of work, 20 seconds rest, which can be at times very similar to our 15-15. I'm not a big fan of Tabata. A lot of people like CrossFit gyms use it a lot. I started the 15-15 in 2001 before Tabata was actually even known much. I did my research and I looked it up. Why is this so beneficial? And I read up on it because I knew the 15-15 was really beneficial. But my objective was 1,000 push-ups. 20-10 didn't work for me. I couldn't recover to hit the same amount of rep schemes. And so that's why I went more of an equal 15 seconds work, 15 seconds of rest. That worked for what my goal was. Okay. Now, if somebody's wanting to work more conditioning, yeah, then a 20-10 work to rest scheme works great. Okay. What I tend to do though is try and get more done in 15 seconds and rest 15 by upping the intensity during the 15 seconds. Both work really great. I still prefer my 15-15. I developed it, and it just works really great for what we do. Fortunately, Tabata did the research on that as well, similar like that study done in Sweden on the 15-15.
Yeah.
Tabata did research, I think it was in the 90s when he did his, to support a 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest can give people really great results in a lot less time. And that is the whole point of doing this type of training. 15-15, 20-10, the objective in either case is get people to do good amount of work in shorter amounts of time than they would naturally do just by doing a traditional workout. And they get the benefit of conditioning as well. The only difference is with the 15-15 is that we can vary it so that you work for more power, and so therefore you can train it for just strength, power, or conditioning, which is generally you're going to work for the 20 seconds.
Well, you even think about how the body starts breaking down after a certain amount of time. So you look at high-level sprinters who are running at 400, and at 20 seconds, they're getting close to the finish line, and form just starts kind of diminishing. And they could run this in 20 seconds, 25 seconds, but you can already see these are high-level athletes whose form is starting to diminish at second 20. And so if you're looking at doing really incredible power movements for 20 seconds, your form, I guarantee, is going to start diminishing. And
Interesting.
Then you only allow yourself 10 seconds of rest, and you got to hit it again.
Yeah.
I prefer the 15-15 based off of that kind of stuff.
And a good point for what Jesse's saying there is that like we were saying, you can do our 15-15 and get our set done in 5 seconds, then you rest 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Because it says 15-15 doesn't mean you got to work the 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Tabata is generally you work for 20 seconds, you rest for 10. So that if you are working heavy loads, yeah, you're going to run into more issues of losing form and injuries happening. But that's dependent on what the exercise is.
Right.
If it's more something like burpees, not going to be a big problem.
Yeah.
If it's something like doing a light exercise, like a clean with a really lightweight,
or one-arm
clean. Like a one-arm clean, you could do that.
Easy. Yeah.
And there's benefits, but I've never followed that regime. I know about it, and I read up on it because I like to know what else everything's going on. I just still prefer the 15-15 because it allows so much variation.
Yeah.
Take you from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah.
And, it's short enough time that people don't crash and burn so much. And then the way that we like to stress it also, don't do failed reps.
Yeah, I was thinking about that in the back of my head when we got to talk you just talked about that, about going.
It's just different. For sure, the 15-15 is something that's a monkey bar gym thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's a great discussion. I didn't think I was going to go for that long. That's very interesting, though. That's awesome. I got a question from Grammatico. I hope I said that right. I apologize. So I messed up your name. Question is, in addition to base and yoga, do you do any type of meditation? If yes, can you recommend or talk about it on your next webinar?
Sure. Meditation, I look at meditation in many different ways. You can do the sit breathing meditation. I do Wim Hof breathing, and I do that every single day. That's not a meditation. That's a breathing practice. So that's different.
But cold water is a meditation.
Cold water, do that as well every day. And that is like a meditation because I'll get to that in a second. It is like a meditation, and so is like your breathing, although it's not looked at like a traditional sit and type breathing thing. I look at doing jujitsu as meditative when I'm rolling with somebody in a really flowing manner. I look at training as meditative. I look at riding my bike as meditative, because anytime that I feel like you are in the moment and not thinking about the past or the future, and you are so in the moment that you are just there and you are embracing that moment. You're not thinking, I'm in the moment. You are just so like, oh, look at the birds, look at the beautiful sky, whatever, or you're so, when like in jiu-jitsu, oftentimes, like when you get to rolling with your partner and you're going intensely, you forget about time and space and you literally become connected, and all of a sudden a half hour has gone by and it went by like that. You're unaware of it because you're so connected to the moment. And that's what I look at meditation is for me and Jesse, because I think that is spiritual as hell, because you are connecting to your spirit, because you're not thinking about past or future. You are in the moment. And that, to me, is a meditation practice that all athletes dial into. And people, I think, that are athletes will agree with me on that.
Yeah.
And if you're not an athlete, maybe the sitting and breathing is your way to focus on it. I think both help people, and they connect people to our gut, our spirit, whatever, and I think that's what I look at, and like Jesse too, and that's beneficial.
And I think people, like you're saying, I mean, people have to find their own way to get to that space. It's space, there isn't anything else going on. It's giving you space. And for me to sit, it didn't resonate with me. To sit in a place and close my eyes and there you go. So I needed a different kind of way to meditate. Water and boxing, crazily, is because I have no choice but to be in that moment. I can't think here or there or this way or that way. I have to be right there, right now, and I'm forced into that moment. And even after training with boxing, there's a moment I'm just like this. It's just like coming out of the water. It's just like this.
Really? Just like coming out of the water, huh?
Oh, the water is a trip. Yeah, the water is a trip. And getting out of the water, things they're not so pressing, And I think that's what people want. They want to relax.
Yeah.
They want to be at peace, even if it is, and feel that way. Even if it is for 15 minutes out of your day, there's got to be a time when things calm down for you.
That's right. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Paul was wondering if you guys are still holding a Wim Hof seminar this spring.
Yeah. We're still doing that. That's the weekend before our CNT course in April. And the only two certified Wim Hof method instructors in the United States are teaching it, Chris and Jared, and they're awesome guys. And
oh, wow.
Everybody out there, if you are interested in this course, you can, I think it's on our website, or
it might be. Yeah.
You can contact Mikkel at monkeybargym.com. Mikkel is Mikell at monkeybargym.com to sign up. I'm not sure how much space is left, but they do a great job. It's really, really cool course. And you leave with a program to follow.
And then you can stay for the CNT course. I think that's just a dope package. If you have enough time to do that, do the Wim Hof, get into the river and do all this stuff that's going to blow your freaking mind.
Yeah.
Take a couple days of a breather, explore Madison, Wisconsin, because it is beautiful if you have not been here.
It is.
Then take the CNT course and you'll leave with like, oh my God, my head just exploded.
That's like a retreat.
Beautiful thing. This is, they're happening on back-to-back weekends. And yeah, you could literally take a 1-week vacation and get 2 of the most incredible course in 1 week.
The world's best courses. It's like the world's, and you got the 2 people in the United States that are certified to do the Wim Hof That's amazing. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, the only two.
That's crazy. John Nichols asked, hi, John and Jess. How often do you roll and do you adjust your training on jiu-jitsu days? Thanks.
It depends. I haven't rolled real hard for many years. I go and roll with the guys once in a while just to see how I feel and stuff like that. When I was competing and training intensely, heck yeah, you got to modify your workouts. It depends on what's priority, how soon a competition is. And that takes that, then you modify your workouts. Like the 15-15 actually, perfect workout to prep you and get you in that strength endurance, power endurance mode that prepares you for a tournament. I've had 8 matches in one of the international world championships I was in. I had 8 matches in one day, and my matches were like at that time 10 minutes long each match. And I was in a phenomenal shape because I did this type of training. At that time, I didn't call it 15-15, but I did this type of training in conjunction with my jiu-jitsu training. So how do you balance the two is some days I would do my strength and conditioning training right before I train jiu-jitsu. And you might, and it completely fries your body. And why do you want to do that is because you want to go into jiu-jitsu sometime to train with other guys, because it forces you to rely on technique and your movement skills and focus on your breathing. Get that dialed in, because if sometimes if you pre-exhaust your body before you do the jiu-jitsu training, you flow. And it forces the flow and the technique, and you have a really great session. Sometimes, although, when I do the opposite and I train jiu-jitsu first and then I do my workout, I'm a little fatigued and I don't get as much of my workout done that I want. But it depends. It depends on how hard I trained that day, how close I am to a tournament. If I'm getting closer to a tournament, I dial back my training, especially the last 2 weeks. And then my whole focus is on technique and conditioning. And so I'll do a lot of Shark Tank drills and technical work. But by the last 2 weeks before we compete, I always like to do a lot of round robin Shark Tank type stuff, and with all my friends that are really all high level world champion level guys themselves. So that's how I balance it. During the regular year, I would train maybe jiu-jitsu 3 times a week, and then on the off days, that's when I would do my strength training, and with maybe 1 metabolic workout a week.
That's awesome. Good stuff. I got another question here. This is from Grammatico. I also have the Ice and Yoga DVD. Do you recommend I do alternate and do base 1, next day base 2, and the next day Ice and Yoga, and cycle again?
Yeah.
This person's online fitness members. That's why they are familiar with your base videos.
So if you guys don't know that's Giuseppe, right?
Did I say that? Yeah, Giuseppe. Yeah, is that how you pronounce it? Okay. Yeah.
Giuseppe, that's a great call. Do the Ice and Yoga beginner sequence maybe one day, then do a base sequence the next. And through the various base sequences, which you now have 3 base sequences that we've given you, the online members. So for those of you that are not online members, if you're new to the Monkey Bar Gym, as I was saying earlier, our thing is get you healthy. Our thing is have you be balanced in life, injury and pain free, and build strength upon that and maintain that health. And our thing is not, to build up your ego or to injure you or cause aches and pains. So what Giuseppe is talking about was in 2000 or before that, I started doing Aishin Yoga in 97 because I met Roger Aishins, and he helped heal my body from one that was completely broken to one that was completely strong.
Wow.
In a very short time. I became a fanatic of Aishin Yoga, and when I opened the Monkey Bar Gym in 2000, Aishin Yoga was a big part of it. I mean, all of our movements are supported by Aishin's yoga poses. So since day one, Aishin's yoga has been huge at the Monkey Bar Gym and all over the world when we teach the courses everywhere. Recently, we threw into the mix what we call base, building alignment, stability through extension. That's Aishin's yoga mixed in with some things like our different types of brachiation movements that we do, or different overhead squats and things like that. And we do it in a certain manner that really gets people excited about going through it. And we constantly are varying it. And although some of the poses are the same as Aishin yoga, some are different. So it gives a nice blend to your realignment and balance practice. And if you're new to training and you have aches and pains, or you're older or overweight, or just want to start slow, that's the way to go. So what Giuseppe is saying, doing the Aishin yoga one day and doing our base that is part of your online membership the next day, that could be your training program for the first month or two, or forever, if you want to just really feel great. Our Aishin yoga DVD is actually, we have it available again, right, Armando? Could you tell them about it?
Yeah, absolutely. We found we had a hard time finding the DVD. We found the DVD. We're not selling DVDs, but this is a digital product. I love it because it's mobile friendly. Tablet, your mobile phone, laptop. If you know how to do it to your smart TV, you can. But this is going to be a digital an experience where you could actually watch it online. And we're going to have that available coming pretty soon. And John and I were working hard at putting that together for you guys. And it's going to be pretty awesome. But it's literally, the DVD that everybody's waiting for. We've been getting emails, messages of everybody asking about this DVD. You go research Aishin Yoga DVD, you're not going to find it. You got people here and there talking about it, but it's almost like a speakeasy bar where nobody knows about it, but some people do, and there's a huge demand. I feel like there's like I feel like there's a Hoover Dam just backed up of people just waiting for this to come out. So we are going to be launching that this month for sure, and I'll keep you guys posted through the Facebook fan pages and emails. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's just that's a product that we had for many years, but we didn't have for the last couple of years. But now we got it again, and for you guys, I think that's a perfect blend of creating health in your body. If you match that with a plant-based nutrition plan, you're gonna feel amazing. I mean, that will change your life.
Yeah, that's awesome. We got about a couple more minutes here. I got one question I want to get in here really quick, and the question I asked this person is, what's your fitness goals? Right now, this is what they said. Right now, simply to move consistently, strength, flexibility, and cardio. So, and I asked this person, what do you want to talk most about, training and nutrition? Is there anything else that you're struggling with? She goes, I used to be very active. I've been a couch potato for several years now, and I'm having a difficult time getting going again. I'm 53 years old. What say you about this person, John and Jess? How can we help this person?
Go ahead.
Okay, 53 years young is awesome. You're my age. I'm 52. I'll be 53 in 5 months. So you're a young lady. It's a lady, right?
Yeah, it is a lady.
So you basically have in front of you a great opportunity to impact a lot of people around you by showing people what is possible.
Yeah.
I highly recommend that you start with what we just said. Do the base every single day. As soon as the Aishin yoga is available, integrate the beginner sequence into that. So one day base, one day Aishin yoga. You do it 7 days a week. Start with that. So that'll get you off the couch, start you moving, and get a regular practice for you, okay? Even if you only do one round of the base stuff the first week, that's okay. All we're trying to do is get the ball rolling. With your nutrition, what we want you to do is focus on something real simple. We have for you guys, how to eat plant-based. One of the most important things for you to do is follow this extremely complicated path that I'm going to put you on.
Oh God, here we go.
Here it is. It's very complicated.
Oh, dang.
Eat only when hungry. And I mean when you're hungry.
Okay.
And then the second part, eat only till satisfied. That's it. That's it.
Nice.
It's really complicated, but if you don't know what satisfied means, because generally in America our portion size is like this.
Yeah.
I want you to do this with your hand. Make a bowl with your hand, and that's the size of what your meals will be. You can fill that bowl up with mostly greens, beans, you know, if you want a little fish in there, bunch of greens, maybe some wild rice, that's your bowl. You eat that size bowl, you're going to be satisfied for many hours. Drink lots of water during the day, okay? Get off the sodas, get off other things, you know, that might, like if you drink a lot of coffee, reduce that. You know, if you drink a lot of soda, you definitely want to get off that and replace it with drinking tons of water, okay? If you can make those simple changes, and I'm not saying you have to do them in one day, but if you want to really change your life, start doing it one day and just jump into it. Do the base every single day. Start eating this simple way, and I guarantee you within days you will have, your life will feel completely different. And I'm going to tell you a little story. I used to train Woody Harrelson, and I didn't know what a vegan was when I met him, and he told me he's a vegan, and okay, and he explained it to me, and then I was like, well, why don't you drink milk? And he explained why the milk doesn't do a body good, and that it's one of the top reasons for osteoarthritis in the world today. And so I was like, oh, I've been drinking milk my whole life, and I gave a lot of resistance to it. And he said, hey, John, just try this. Try this for 1 week. No dairy products, no milk, no cheese, no ice cream. Just get off the dairy for 1 week, and if you don't feel better, go back to drinking it.
No yogurt.
No, and yogurt too, or kefir, all that's milk, okay? Cow's milk. None of that. And don't say, well, how about goat's milk? Don't drink any animal milk, okay? So that's what Woody asked me to do. And that was back in 1990, I think, when I first met Woody. I trained him until I left in 97. And I did it. After about 2 days of not having any dairy product, and I was already noticing a difference. I felt cleaner throughout my whole body, my intestines. By the 5th day, I was like, man, Woody, I feel so much better, and I have better energy, and I just feel way cleaner and more vibrant. And he said, yeah. He said the milk, it basically coats your intestines. Like when you pour milk into a glass and drink it, you see that white film.
Yeah.
That's what it does to your intestines.
Ew.
And then for people that, if you don't eat a diet that has a lot of plants in it, and you know, you eat processed foods and things like that, you know, they put toxins into your body. And all we're trying to do is put good things into your body. And all I'm asking you is eat these good foods, eat just enough to keep you satisfied. You're going to feel increased energy. You're going to feel so much cleaner and healthier that you won't want to go back to eating that crap that you eat and living a lifestyle of basically, as you said, being a couch potato and not enjoying life and not enjoy living. You know, don't you want, we all want to enjoy life and have a lot of energy. And I'm just putting this out there to you and everybody else. If you eat this way, that will change your life dramatically. And if you do these things to create more balance in your alignment, you're going to feel amazing. 1 week, I guarantee you're going to feel so amazing. You're never going to want to change that way that you address each day and live each day. And you're just, it's just a program that we've been doing for a long time. It works. And that's why we want to help all you guys out there with it. So I want to hear how you're doing next week. Okay?
Yeah, good.
Back on here next week, having done the base every single day and having eaten exactly what I said, eat only when hungry, eat only until satisfied, drink a lot of water during the day, and this is your bowl. If you follow that for 1 week, I want to hear how awesome you feel next week, because I know you're going to feel awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks so much, John, for that. That's amazing. Now, I don't want to say her name because I want to protect her privacy, but if she's listening to this, make sure you do those action steps. That's a very good baby step. Give up dairy. Very good baby. Anybody could do that today. If it's in the afternoon, you could give up the rest of the dairy in the afternoon and start again fresh. But for her, if you are listening to this, make sure you email me. I'm not sure if you're part of the online fitness program, but you need to be a part of it. Email me, Armando at monkeybargym.com, ARMANDO at monkeybargym.com, and I'll get you all the information for that. Well, you got to be part of this group, and we're going to help you and encourage you to do that because this is rare air. We're going a little bit overtime, about 5 minutes right now. But what we're doing right now, John, Jess, and myself, this is the reason why I'm working hard to put this stuff together because this right here is rare air, and I want this rare air to be to the masses, and no better way to do it than the baby step, what he did, and being a part of the online community. So
I really want her to come back on next week and tell us how she feels.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, you heard her. You heard him. I don't want to say her name, but I almost did. But let me do a quick announcement. So we're going to shut it down again. Email Jess for the courses that they got going on. The CNT course is in April 22nd through the 24th. Right before that, they're doing a Wim Hof workshop too, a seminar. So you got to have the whole week and have an amazing experience. And it's going to be in Madison. So email Jessica at monkeybargym.com. I'll send you the links for more information on that. Base certification course is on March 19th in Madison this year. This is their bread and butter and how to active in alignment with the body. And the online fitness program, well, I'll be sending a link for you guys to get signed up for the special pre-sale price, VIP. We are going to be raising the price next month. We just have so many people wanting that same price. We want to make sure we get everybody we can. But email me if you have any questions, Armando at monkeybargym.com. Hey, Jess and John, thanks so much for taking the time. I know you guys are busy running a business and taking care of your stuff, and for you guys to take an hour of your time each week to listen to your guys' wisdom. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.